Alrighty guys, how's it going today? Me and the dog. I made the comment about coming to this brush pile the other day. So we're out here now. Just got out here. There's some really nice, easy to get to logs on the other side. But it's so muskeggy on the other side of this pile, down closer to the trees that are still standing, that I'm afraid I'd get stuck. But I think I should be able to pull a few logs out of here and find some decent firewood to take home with us. There's lots of trees here. There'd be lots of debranching to do on some of them. Somebody's been here and cut a few logs out already. You can see that one's been cut. The end of that one's been cut off. So it's got to be good enough for them. It'll be good enough for me, I figure. There's lots here. So I guess there's no time like the present. So let's just get at her, right? Okay, I'll grab the old husky and we'll get at her. Talk to you guys later. Okay guys, well, we got a few logs on. But what I'm finding, like this log right here will be really nice for stove burning. Don't really have to split it or nothing. But I don't want to bother having to use the chainsaw to nip all of this shit off. So I got an axe back at the campsite. A small one. We're gonna go get that axe so we could do some extra limbing on the smaller stuff. On the big limbs, if I was to take them, like what? Like this big tree right here. That one right there. These big limbs, well, those I'll obviously use the chainsaw on. But for the smaller limbs, like that little stuff that you just can't quite break off, they're just bending. Those I'd like to limb them out, and I'll just use the axe on it. So I don't have a tape measure or nothing, so I found a stick. This guy. That's my measuring stick for my truck box length, because I don't want them sticking out the back end really. So he fits perfectly right there, from a slip tank right to here. Perfect fit. So if the logs are all approximately that long, it works for me. There's the odd one, like this guy here, he's 12 inches shorter or so. I've got some blocks up at the very front, so the very ones on the very bottom, they all have to be shorter, but now we can go a little longer. This guy's full length of the truck box from the slip tank back. I could even go 6-8 inches longer, which would be fine, but this works for now. Anyway, let's go back to the campsite, grab our axe, and grab some water, and then we'll come back and get some more. Talk to you later. Alrighty guys, well, it's like 3:30 in the afternoon. I'm just finally heading back out to cut more wood. And came home, grabbed my axe, grabbed water, then made lunch for Dylan and CP. Met them on the road. They said we're going back to the camper. Went to the camper. Apparently CP's gun, the goddamn scope, was loose. So we had to readjust the gun. We had to re-sight it, so on and so forth. Then we had some company. Some hunters showed up, a couple different groups. Stopped in to chit chat and bullshit, and everybody saying the same thing. hunting this year sucks because nothing is moving. I roll the windows up so it's not so noisy for you. Anyway, nothing is moving really. Guys that have been up here every year for the last how many years, they're not seeing any signs, they're not hearing any bugling. They're calling out, but they're not getting anything coming back. Blah blah blah. Anyway, we'll do the best we can, and you know what? They came up, they're trying, they're doing the best they can, and that's all that matters. So me, I'm gonna go get some more wood. Talk to y'all later. Tow strap is coming in handy, guys. Pulling the logs out instead of fighting, trying to get them cut to length and rolling them out. Hook up to them with the old Dodge, jerk them the hell out of there, right? Yeah, I'm gonna have to get this stump pushed back into the bush pile a little bit, but that's a hell of a lot easier than fighting them by hand. Got that one pulled out there, another big bastard over there. So I'll get these cut to length and then see how much I got on the truck. And by picking and choosing the logs, if I could pull them out, I'm not even having to really deburr them much or debranch them much. So this is working in our favor. Sweet. Talk to you later. Alrighty guys, well, we're loaded as much as I want to load it. There it is. There's some big logs in here and friggin' heavy bastards. Like that there's a 8-inch, 9-inch log. This one's bigger. These ones are a little smaller. They're like 4, 4.5, 5, 6, a few 3s. But there'll be a little bit of firewood in there. I know it'll sure make the house smell different. I want to say thank you to Hal Griffith, or Griffith, not Griffin, Griffith, for letting us come in here and cut wood. We cleaned up our mess. We even found some of his stuff that was, here's another one, that was laying in the field that they harvested over, and I threw that into the burn pile. That's got a strap over the top, the chainsaw and everything is put away. So let's get the heck out of here. Next big job is going to be when we get home and we got to unload it. But let me tell you, when you're pulling wood out of a bush pile like that right there, make sure you got yourselves a friggin' tow strap, because that made a world of difference. Anyway, catch you all later. Well, good morning, everybody. The trees sure are changing color fast. You guys, in this video, or it might be actually 2 videos, when we got here, these were still pretty green. But they're sure changing color in a hurry. It is Tuesday, I think the 19th or 20th now. It's like 6 a.m. So CP Dylan left yesterday afternoon. Well, about lunchtime he left. And CP and I stayed for one more night. We went out looking for bear last night. We saw him, but he was way too far away. And then we had one really goddamn close, we're thinking, last night. Yeah, I'm not sure. On this hard gravel, you don't get much of a track, but I saw last night we had something rubbing on the camper playing with the step a little bit. There's kind of a print right here. And then there was another couple prints I found going the other direction. There's another, see this right here, of some sort. I don't know if it was a friggin' bear last night or what it was. I opened the door, whatever it was, it kind of fucked off. So yeah, it wasn't a very good night for sleeping, because then friggin' Peanut decided she had to use the bathroom, and she was whining in her kennel that we lock her in overnight or when we're not here. On the other side of the camper, I can't see no tracks due to all the grass and foliage. And then our mat. But something was definitely playing with that. So we are completely out of power. We have no power for the camper. So I got to get hooked up to the truck to power up a little bit. But if it couldn't have been a bear that was bugging us last night, because I'm sure he would have fucked around with the friggin' mat or the chairs or the barbecue pit, the fire pit, and none of that stuff has been touched. Anyway, CP and I are gonna go for a drive down to an area that we've got permission on the farmland to look for bear. And then we're gonna go for a walk on that land, which is right on the forest fringe, and see if we can't find a bear this morning. So I'll let you guys go and we'll talk to you later. Kenny Lake. Babe, say goodbye to Kenny Lake. Well, we're not going home totally empty-handed. Between the three of us, I got the wood. Three of us. Well, Dylan, Dylan, you, and myself. So there was three of us. We're leaving right now. Dylan left yesterday, like I said before, and CP and I are heading out now. So Dylan got a bear. I got my wood, a firewood, for a little added heat this winter. CP struck out, but we saw him.
I couldn't get close enough.
We just couldn't get quite close enough to get a proper shot off. So
Seen me in with the trees.
Yep.
I'll be back.
Anyway, heading home. 3.5 hours, right?
Yeah.
So give us the old thumbs up. Hope you guys enjoy this one. She's gonna be a long one. Actually, I'll break it up into 2 videos. And fun. Let's get her done. We'll catch y'all later. Giving you guys a view on the drive home here of this highway that takes us up to the forest. You go through this big valley, so yes, Saskatchewan is not all just flat, open country. More than half of the province is actually forest. But it's all forest and muskeg, the whole north half of the province. And pretty much inhabited by humans. Anyway, get up this big hill. Talk to you later.
She's molesting the truck. Well, that's one way to keep hunters out. Run a hot wire
Yeah.
and go to climates. More canola.
Well, we made her home, guys. Camper's unhooked. Trees they are turning. The elm trees turn and lose their leaves always really early. There's a few out there starting to turn. But like way out in the bush and around the yard here, everything's pretty god-darn green yet. There's a few out in the bush that I can see that are starting to turn, but nothing like up north, that's for damn sure. Anyway, fuck. He's just a little flat on the bottom side. But we made it home. Anybody that says dualies aren't worth having, well, that's one reason why they are worth having. It's just a pain in the ass if it's the inside. But either way, we gotta get that tire off and get it fixed. But we made it home. Anywho, have a good one, y'all.